jump drive hums. We're heading out, hear the battle drums. Carrier drops in these war-torn grounds. The sky is filled with a deafening sound. Loadout's checked, our nerves are tight. It's chaos out there, but we're ready to fight. Outnumbered, outgunned, our ships torn asunder. Canopy smashed, but we won't go under. There are too many and we're too few. Is this fight too much for us to break through? In the fray, canopy's gone as the swarm comes to play. Heat overwhelmed, systems start to fail. They're closing in fast, their strength prevails. Too many to count and far too strong. This might be the end, we may not have long. Outnumbered, outgunned, our ships torn asunder. Canopy smashed, but we won't go under. There are too many and we're too few. Is this fight too much for us to break through? With a fire, a light breaks through. We look to each other, we know what to do. Trading kicks in, we form our ranks. Together we stand, there's no turning back. Outnumbered, outgunned, our ships torn asunder. Canopy smashed, but we won't go under. There are too many and we're too few. Is this fight too much for us to break through?
And we are live. Glory to Mechan, commanders, and welcome to this super chill stream where we are using really silly fits to do really silly things after some more serious business last Saturday. Welcome, really, everybody. Welcome, Supreme Commander Andrea Lewitz, Vinicius Viana, Recast, Kevin Edward, Gorf of Doom, Andrea Lewitz, Hibiki, good to see you again. Mr. Zocklar, and Retro Paladin. Yes, I have a beard. And it was good to exchange some thoughts in the Discord of Frontier Developments, Retro Paladin. I appreciate your thoughts on the conversation we had around Powerplay 2.0. Welcome, Shugo. Welcome, Great. I think that's Great Nighthawk 07. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the stream. So, I was planning to head straight to like combat zone or Hazardous, but one thing I need to do is I need to put a fuel tank on this ship. Now you're like, why are you putting a fuel tank? Who puts a fuel tank on a Cobra Mk5? Right? What the heck? Well, as it so happens, I have 2 plasma-slug small railguns on this ship, and fuel is my ammo. So I'm gonna be bringing a fuel tank. Plus, this is a PvE ship, so anything goes in PvE. You can do whatever you want. That's why we're bringing some really, really silly things. Raga, what do you say you're bringing? You're bringing Viper Mark III of some kind? By the way, I need to invite Centaurus Blake to my private group, since I think I don't have him. There he is. Request join group. How do I even do that? Is that groups? Mechan? Manage group? Is it manage group? I have no idea. Tell me, Blake. All right, there you go. Approved. So that we sorted out. Done. I'll let him know. Request approved. Will be joining us as well. Alex, if you want to join us with, like, again, silly fits of any kind. Like, we're here to test out weapons we would normally never use. So, bring whatever you want if you want to join us. I have flechettes and plasma-slug rails. I mean, the idea is see if we can use flechettes to drop shields of NPCs and then use railguns to snipe their power plant. Even though these, like, it's actually a really interesting debate I was having, which I know very little about PvP, but I know how the game works. That I do. And I do know that in the damage model of the game, if your weapon shot penetrates, as in successfully rolls on penetration when you hit something, it will sort of draw a ray through the target ship and see if it hits an internal module. If it does, it will apply breach damage to that module, and then roll again to see if it continues penetrating through the ship. And if it does, it will go straight through and see if it hits another module. And if it does, then it does damage to that module as well. But the damage it does to internal modules is not multiplied. So if you hit 2 modules by this multi-penetration approach, the damage to those modules is split. It is not multiplied. So if you're trying to snipe a power plant, like the whole discussion I've been having with people who know a lot more about me than this is like, if you're trying to snipe a power plant, why wouldn't you want your damage to apply entirely to the power plant itself if you hit it, rather than potentially applying to multiple modules by using the super penetrator effect, which is what that kind of does. Super penetrator guarantees that your railgun shots continue penetrating after they go past the first module. And I'm like, I don't know, somebody's got to explain that to me, right? Flechettes are susceptible to point defense turrets. Yeah, carriers are really good at that. Like, whether point defense on ships works, we'll see. Now, the good thing about using flechettes on the ship I'm in, which is Cobra Mk5, is this thing is a freaking beast of maneuverability, which boosts to like, I don't know, what does it boost to? 620, 630, something like that. Like crazy speeds. At least as far as NPC stands are concerned. Ragav, you still assembling or are you coming? Your Vipers has sightos and cannons. Amazing. Sightos and cannons is cool. Let's see if we got Centaurus Blake. I'm asking him, it's like switch PG. Oh yeah, that's right. So Ragav's managed to somehow get his carrier 230,000 light seconds away from wherever he is. So he's trying to jump his carrier back into a reasonable distance that he can actually reach, but we shall see. Yeah, that's what I'm doing, Makashi, right? We do interesting things here. I am using flechettes, an offensive PvE weapon. That is exactly what I'm doing. Sounds like you're skeptical. Like, I hear some skepticism in your questions. I deal with a lot of skepticism in my life. Are there... Let me just get rid of station settlements and signal sources, and this should leave points of interest. Should we go to a Hazardous? What do you think, guys? I mean, we should go to a Hazardous. I mean, I'm asking, but I know the answer. Do I blaze my own trail? Sometimes. Sometimes I blaze the trails of commanders who came before me and who were very good at blazing trails, and I'm very fortunate to be able to learn from their experience. That's usually when I do better. Like, sometimes I blaze my own trail and I don't do as well. Gorgriff was Doom is asking if anybody has Concord cannons with explosive and outdoor. So I never pledged to PowerPoint 2.0, believe it or not. Like, I can show you that I'm still totally unpledged when it comes to... I don't even know where... There you go, PowerPlay is here. I don't even know... See, I'm getting the tutorial when I open it up because I literally never... I don't think I might even open this thing in my life. I am not pledged to anyone because... I can't really don't have a reason to. I have all PowerPlay modules from PowerPlay 1.0. The main reason I was pledged in PowerPoint 1.0 was to double my anti-xeno combat bones, which is no longer possible in PowerPlay 2.0. Everybody who has Concord cannons tells me that they suck. Maybe you guys tell me that it's different. But I don't know. Let's see. Let's set up a survey, see what you guys think. I had a survey in the Anti-Xeno Initiative, and I pledge to power, question mark. See what you guys say. Yeah, I'm sure everybody will have their own opinions as to who I would need to pledge, but the question is, should I pledge or should I not pledge? I mean, you know, the thing is, I thought they fixed the bug where they couldn't rearm Concord cannons, by the way, Ragav. I may be wrong. All right, Blake should be. Blake is switching PGs, so he should be here shortly. If I don't slow down, I might crash into a resource collection site. Blake, we are in Ops Alpha voice. If you want, optional. I would be so delighted if we could actually have an AX power play faction. I also think it would be incredibly popular. Like, I've campaigned for Commander Ariano Stormrage as the power play leader of the Anti-Exterior Initiative power play faction, who is the leader of the AXI Discord and community. And I think he would be... I'd pledge instantaneously, even though I really don't want to deal with power play. If he became a power play figure, I would pledge instantaneously. All right, so we're here. I'm not sure about my module settings. We're in asteroids. Asteroids are always pretty, and they're fun to fly around, especially in flight assist off, which I've now flipped over. My cognitive load dealing with the chat and stream and setting up the wing is such that I will probably, or I almost guarantee to ram into an asteroid at some point or another. Ooh, we got an FDL here. This is probably wanted. Like, all right. So I think I should have night vision. It's kind of dark out here. Oh wow, much better. Should we attack an FDL and a Cobra Mk5 with flechettes? That sounds like a really terrible idea. So of course we should. Well, let's do it. Uh-oh, he has PD, so that is probably a really, really bad idea. Maybe we should not attack an FDL with who has point defense with flechettes. Who else is scanning me? This Ryan guy. This Ryan is in a Cobra Mark III. Commander Jameson ships. Alright, he's wanted, so let's see. So I like to pride myself that I'm pretty... Oh, does he have like PD as well? I like to pride myself on the fact that I'm pretty good at shooting flak. Oh wow! Look at this! Look at his hull. Ah, that's a bad shot. Was that a hit? No, that was a miss. That was sort of a hit. No, that was a miss also. This is like shooting Farguns, but at NPCs. Was that a hit? That was a hit. That was a good hit. That was a really good hit. That was not a hit. I love this. It's like firing flak at like NPCs or like... Ooh, wow, nice hit. Direct hit, actually. 66% hull, even though his shields are entirely up. That was a miss. The range of this blast is much smaller than flak, though, which means you need to anticipate trajectory much more to be able to do any kind of damage. The good thing is basically this thing can't hit me for the life of me. I think we'll kill him through his shields before his shields even fall. Raghav is here. Hey, Raghav. Let's get his power plant. Look at his modules, though. Look at his modules. His drive is 0. We got him planted. All right, let's use our... I need to fix my controls, but this is one of the things I wanted to do is like my controls are all over the place, and I am really not being successful at like... Boom! One of the things we need to do when things are chill like this is fix my controls. And I don't know what's wrong with it. I think my sensitivity might be a little bit too high. Let's see if sensitivity lowered kind of works. Let's see what we got here. That Cobra looks relatively harmless. He is. People are shooting each other. Let's see. Try Mark Rice slash FDL. Blake is here, so let's get Blake into a wing. Alright, Blake is coming. Alright, let's hit this FDL then. Yeah, his PD is shooting my Ooh. Ouch! I knew I was gonna hit that asteroid. Ouch, 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 ouch. Using cannons on that shield and it's doing that kind of damage? That's pretty cool. I think we dropped his shield. Or is he banking? From this range you can't really use Flechette, so you gotta use my slugs. Where is his power plant? Ooh, there it is. Power plant. If you're going to snipe with a weapon that, with a ship that has really poor conversion like this one, you actually want to do it by, like, from a distance, because I think I got a good hit there. Boom. I don't know if we planted him or not, but I don't think we planted it as a power plant. It was like, I'm not sure what happened there, but we killed him. Yeah, Flechettes ignore shields. That's the really the only thing. There's an asp. Let's go for the asp. Christoph Senegger thing. I need to, like, boom. I'm good at hitting these things, I have to say. I thought it was going to be harder. Boom. Asp is down. Let's see. Cobra Mk5. That is clean. Yeah, man. Your thing hits hard. Mine, not so much. But yours does. There's a wanted Viper Mk5. Should we get that one? Pull him in. I think I might have hit myself in the face as part of the process, but it happens. Oof. Gosh, the Viper Mk5 is one of the few things that can significantly outturn even the Cobra Mk5. Ah, miss. Alright, so shields are down, so now we go to... Where is the plant? There's a plant. Now we go to the plant. Oof. Miss. Not miss. Hey there. You want to join this little party we're having? Alright, just hang out with us then, you're welcome. We're in stream, by the way. So be nice. My aim is awful. Did I land a hit there? Or no? Boom. Oof. Ah, he got shields back. That's depressing. Say again? No, we're doing Hazardous. These are NPCs. Boom. Yeah, your connection is not the greatest. Hey Blake, welcome to the stream. Let's get some cis energy. You have any hostiles, Raghav? Nope. That's clean. These are all clean. I see a gunship which looks suspicious to me. Negative. It's clean. That's a clean wing. A rare clean wing. Oh, wanted. No, never mind. I have a War Tomb. War Tomb Imperial Courier. I'm engaging now. Yes. Yeah, I want to use my flechettes though, so let's go and use our flechettes. Did I hit it? I think I got him. The thing is, flechettes also inflict the hull breach effect, which kind of results in them getting more damage, apparently. So even if you don't really do much damage directly, like, you still kind of like result in like hard from this range though. It was ship as fast as a courier at least. You're gonna have to kind of like boom like that, like blast him like that. Then that works. Let's see if we can snipe his plant. Miss. I'm still not super confident with my aim with these settings. This is better at this range. I think my sensitivity is still too high. I can hit at 4 kilometers, but not when kind of go moving fast. And I'm still overcorrecting, which is not good. Now it's about, like, beyond range. So let me turn the sensitivity a little bit further off. Oop, not graphics, wrong settings. Ship controls. Mouse controls. Is this really that low that I want to go? Now this is sluggish, but it's precise. Or, well, not really. It is precise. Yeah, it's precise. Whoa, asteroids. I wasn't looking where I was going. Alright, more power to cis. Yeah, this is precise. Finally, I got my aim back where I want it to be. Now, we should be able to plant him at this point, because, like, he's about to die anyway. But without powering weapons, he's not gonna die, because we won't be able to hit him. He's at 1%. He's dying next shot, regardless of being planted or not. Boom! Alright. You sound better now. I don't know if it's something you changed or, but you sound better now. This thing has long-range sensors, which is nice. Noting they're still D-rated sensors, so... I don't know. I think hull breach attack is, at least if you look at the in-game, it says that it there's a wanted asp. All right, engage, my friend. Go hit it. On your tail. I don't see the asp. Where is the asp? Oh, there it is. All right, let's blast it. Asp are great targets for flechettes. Alright, now we got him. And now my aim is finally better because we got the settings right. Boom! That's what we're talking about. Hey Tarif, welcome to the stream. That was good, Raghav. That was good. That was a good combo. Hey Centurist Blake, we see you joining us. Go for the Eye-Eagle. Eye-Eagle's probably hard to hit with, like... There's also a wanted adder after your Eye-Eagle. I see it. Whoa. Ah, Shield of the Eye-Eagle is back, even though it's at 0% hull, so no. Nice shooting, folks. I got the wanted adder. He's in a wing of 2. Engaging. At this range, you have to shoot with rails because there's no way you're hitting flechettes at that range. But rails, you can hit. Somewhat consistently. But I think I got my settings back where I wanted, so now it's like consistent in terms of hitting all my shots or most of my shots. There you go, boom. That guy was in a wing with someone, so there's somebody else who is hostile, or should be hostile. What is that? That is the guy who should be dead. Is it not dead? Boom. It is dead. There's an Imperial Eagle that's also wanted, so blast that one. Amy. Yeah, baby. What happened to it? Did it freaking disappear? Flechettes, I don't know if I would call Flechettes like AoE. Flechettes do have an AoE, but the AoE is really small, so you kind of really gotta hit with those Flechettes. I hit Valencia here, so let's see. Woo, boom! Like, hitting with Flechettes, I have to say, is kind of freaking hard. Especially at this range, especially ships that are as fast as a courier. You should really not be shooting Flechettes at a courier. It's like kind of a waste of ammo, unless you're like point blank like this, then you can hit them. But you have to like really kind of almost ram them for Flechettes to... Ooh, sorry, that was my fault. My fault. I was going for like the Flechette ram and I didn't see you coming in. That was a hit. Ooh, I think I might have done some friendly fire there, sorry. Surge, he's heading out. Get him, get him, get him! Oof, it's hard to hit rails so close up, or such a different angle. It's hard to hit rails with such skill issues that I'm having right now. Oh, we got him. Cool. FAL sandwich, yeah, funny. Two days for a solo Corellia is a remarkable feat, I will say. Although it must have been an intense couple of days. What we got? Diamondback Scout, DBS. Alright, let's blast it. I think I got him. Yep, it's that. He's hull breached. Hull breached again. Good hit there. Kind of need to watch this again to see how much damage these things are. How much damage these things are doing, because I think I got him there too. He's chaffing. Boom! That was a hit. 36 hull. 35 hull, not much. $27 hull now. I don't know if somebody else hit him in the meanwhile, but that's a miss. Shields are back, but I don't care because this thing goes through shields. And somebody else knocked their shields off anyway. Boom. Or not. Anyway, he's dead. Boom. Running low on ammo, and I think the reload of these things, it's kind of pretty expensive, like, of all things. It's like G3 materials for basic. It's like, and it just changes in terms of total amount, and the bonus damage is pathetic. 10% more damage for this stuff is meaningless. Someone's getting shot at. I think Blake is on it, or Raghav is on it. Raghav is on it. Blake, Raghav, should we get Gilgamesh? Gilgamesh seems to be a wanted eagle. Alright, I think we managed to recharge our shields, and now we are in rail range. So eagles are too weak to kind of bother. Eagles and Imperial Eagles the same, like too weak to really bother shooting their power plant, so I won't sub-target them. Hello, Raghav. Ooh, nice. I'm starting to hit again. I'm really glad my controls are kind of stabilized. Ooh, miss. Miss again. Miss 3 in a row. That should not happen. Alright, maybe my controls can still use some work. Let's give it some hull breach to work with, shall we? Boom! Got him. How are we doing on fuel? Still pretty good. I think we have ammo for that one. Breach damage for explosions, that's a good question. I actually don't know how that works. Like, it's one of the things I should really be able to better understand. Alright, let's see if we can... I was hit! That was also hit. That was... I don't know if that was a hit, but anyway, this thing is basically dead. Dead. Boom. We have a wanted eagle, or Imperial Eagle, I think. Miss. Miss. Not miss. Boom. Boom. There's a dropship which looks suspicious. Allen Rose. Wanted. Blast it. See, dropships are large enough that you can actually shoot them with flechettes, and it kind of makes sense to do it. I think I got him. 85% and the shields are still up. Nice. I'm out of ammo, flechettes. Let's finish this off, and then I will go where we are. We will look at the module damage. It took quite a bit of damage, even to like shield boosters and the like. But obviously, the real prize is taking down shields of like much tankier ships. Let's see if we can plant them. Too far. I think we've done more than scratch your paint, buddy. Plant at 52. That was a good plant hit. Miss. Boom. And he's down. Hello. What experimentals do you usually put on Cytos? Almost always oversized. The alternative is inertial impact, but inertial impact results in an even broader jitter of the weapon, which means you can't even hit the broadside of a barn if you're staring in front of it. The inertial impact is only used in speedrunning. Guys, I'm out of ammo, so I'm gonna go restock somewhere. I don't know where I'm going. Somewhere nearby. I'm gonna go to Hork Port, and then I'm gonna be right back. There is a special case. It's a really special and weird case with regards to Cytos. which is actually something I want to try at some point. Now that we're doing weird builds, maybe I would... Should I try it now? Should we try what I'm about to talk about? Raghav, what do you think? Should we try inertial impact Cytos with corrosive weapons to get their armor piercing up? Because that's a combination, really, if you want to use it for PvE. The thing is, the real question is, do I have inertial impact Cytos lying around? So let me check on Inara. If I have them, we'll do it. If I would have to kind of experimental engineer it, then I'm not going to bother tonight. That's going to be a thing for some other night if we do it that way. Modules and equipments. Data, hangar, commander, ship modules, burst lasers, Cytos clamber burst lasers. I have 11 apparently. I do have inertial impact on the XSF Fortitude. All right, guys, that's what we're gonna do. Why am I going here? I don't want to go here. I want to go to my carrier here. Still on the Cobra Mk5 because why not? The Cobra Mk5 doesn't really have a distributor to use 2 Cytos, but we're doing things that we kind of never should really be doing. All right. Clean drives gives up some Antal vibes. You know, this thing about clean drives, I know it's gonna follow me forever, but it's the silliest things. Like, you know, there are some things for which people have legitimate criticism, like whether, depending on how you feel about it, but like, you know, the whole IP video stuff, I get it. Those are legitimate feelings. I regret I've done that video and whatnot. But clean drives, I mean, clean drives actually work amazingly well on what they are used, which is shielded Titan bombers. Like, you actually need them for the shielded Titan bombers to work. Otherwise, you go above the heat and you get detected and they don't work. Period. Right. That's what the Titan Mark II Titan Killer uses, and it actually works amazingly well. So you can give me all the crap you want about like clean drives, but they work for what they are used in, which is shielded Titan bombers. The fact that people use like dirty drives for everything else makes ton of sense for everything else, but not for shielded Titan bombers. So give me crap if you want, but sorry, they actually work. Some high performance 2A and 3A drives needed too. Really? I don't know. I don't think I've put clean drives on high performance drives, no. No, I don't think I've ever put clean drives on a courier. I mean, the most common mistake, I think, is people use them on exploring or explorer ship because there's this perception that clean drives run cooler. But they do only run cooler in normal space. They do not run cooler on in Supercruise. In Supercruise, they actually run hotter than dirty drives. So, yeah, you should not be using them for exploring. Right. And now my monitor basically has just pulled up a pixel refresh screen where the only option that you can click is yes. You can't say later or no thank you. Like, you can only say yes. And I'm like, I don't want to do a pixel refresh right now. Sorry, buddy. Like, why don't I have an option to just tell you go away? Maybe I should request docking, by the way. That could help then. But I think my inertial impact Cytos are on the Fortitude. So... And I know I have a corrosive multi-cannon somewhere. I don't know where, but... Yeah, like, clean drives come into play whenever stealth like real hardcore stuff comes into play. Which is not what the PvP community or the Gek community does, because they don't really care about stuff on IOTA for the most part. So, like, I get it that they want to make fun of, like, clean drives, but... Alright, XSF Fortitude. Where is the Fortitude? I think it's on Anaconda, if my memory serves me right. So it's probably further down here. There you are. Let's pull off the inertial impact silos off of you, which I think are these. Yep, these are ones. So while we do this, let's talk about how this works and why this works. So the DPS of inertial impact silo scramblers is insane. They are small weapons that basically have the DPS of large hardpoints. So it's absolutely crazy. The catch with silo scramblers, however, is that they have an armor piercing of 1, which means it's basically nothing. Your damage is divided by the... No, hold on, I need to find where my multi-cannons, where my corrosive multi-cannon is. Multi-cannon. Shell. They are on my advanced PA storage. Advanced PA storage. There's my advanced PA storage surely is on this ship, right? There you go, advanced PA storage. So I think I will only get one of them. I have 2, I think. Yeah, these are the corrosive one. Yeah, and they're high capacity because corrosive decreases your ammo, so you want high capacity. You want them for the effect anyway. Also, I'm not sure why these are high capacity grade 4. They should be grade 5, but I guess I cheaped out. And this is grade 5, but this is like a size 1. Might as well do size 2 since I have Cytos in the size 1. So let's grab one of these. And now the question is, what do I put in the other 2 medium slots? Do I still keep the flechettes? But if I have Cytoscramblers, Cytoscramblers are already excellent at dealing with shields from close range, because that's a catch. 2 kilometers is the maximum range of Cytos. What do I put in the other 2 medium slots? What is some dumb weapon that I can put in the other 2 medium slots? Mines. Mines would be a good dumb weapon to put. Oh, mines. Yeah. How about mines? Yeah, I have shock mines, but shock mines aren't as cool because you can't fire as many of them. I think, and by the way, don't really knock people around that much. Should I do shock mines or should I do regular mines? I got both. What do you guys vote? This is gonna be so stupid. Mines. All right. Shocks on the small. No, the small I'm using Cytos, so I'm using. People are saying shocks mine are funny. Everybody's saying shock mine are funny. All right, so we're gonna use shock mines. They're only small, but we're gonna put them in the mediums. Because, well, that's what we got. So we're gonna drop the flechettes. I have to say, the flechettes perform a lot better than I thought they would. Everybody will say flechettes are garbage, they're super hard to hit with, like they're a mean weapon. I actually think they did pretty well in this PvE session. I don't know what you guys think, but granted, I have some experience shooting flak, so maybe there's that helps, but no, of course Cobra Mk5, like. By the way, I should kind of do store multiple. I should have done this. That kind of like speeds everything up by a factor of 5 in storing stuff. All right, so we said inertial impact Cytoscramblers here. Just make sure we get the right ones. The jitter of these things is absurd, you'll see. A corrosive multi-cannon. Where do I have it? This is the bottom. There's 2 on the bottom and 1 on the top. Let's do on the top the corrosive multi-cannon, which is gimbal, which is probably what we want. All right. And then the 2. So you guys are seeing shock mines. I got both. Sorry, not missiles. I got both. I got regular mines and shock mines. So let's see what I got, though. I got ion disruption on both shock mines, and I got a combination of ion disruption and reverberating cascade on regular mines. Now, this is actually better in my mind as a combination because it has 2 different experimentals. Like, these 2 ion disruption is very powerful if you hit them, and this gives you a slightly higher chance of hitting them. My hunch is actually going with these 2 is better, just to show you the 2 different effects. So maybe we go with mine launchers. Mines are very difficult to hit with, but the Cobra Mk5 might actually be able to pull it off. So maybe... No, there's really no point in using more than 1 ion disruptor. The only point that you would have is that you have more of a chance to hit if you fire from slightly 2 different angles. Like your likelihood to hit with the mines is higher, but other than that, if you hit both mines, the effect is the same. It doesn't make a difference. So I think the utilities and everything else stays the same. I think I can drop my fuel tank. I don't think I need a fuel tank anymore. What can I put in here? I don't know. It's really nothing here. Maybe a shield reinforcement packages if I have it. That would be the only thing I can think is useful. The biggest I have is 1D, which has an integrity of basically nothing. What a waste. Do I have anything even remotely useful? Or even dump? SCVs. Maybe I'll have... Does this put me crazy overpower? No. It's not engineered. Do I have anything that I can fit? I don't need banks. I really don't need banks. You know what? I'm gonna put what I'm gonna put in here. I'm gonna put Super Cruise Assist because it's gonna make my life faster. In a class 4 slot. Like we're doing silly bits tonight. So let's do silly builds. Planetary the Icon Hanger Nep Gearsy would have been a good choice too, in terms of complete and out of the uselessness. Alright. I'm coming back, guys. Leave some of the baddies for me. Woo! I need to set my fire groups though. So Cytos, what do I have on Cytos? Cytos is usually 2. Multi-cannons is 1. But we need a separate group for mine launchers. And I think I got anything useful here. I guess you can put number 2. So this way this works is you use Cytos, normal Cytos, without the multi-cannon on shields. And they absolutely frequently delete shields, like incredibly so. Overcharge the FSD. Well, we can do that too. Might take some damage, but why not? Since we're kind of next to a neutron anyway. I don't know. I was kind of struggling to overcharge my FSD last time I was here, and kind of ended up crashing into. Like I'm at kind of 0 thing. Like I ended up like cutting across and then damaging my FSD and stuff. I think I'm just going too fast. It's not overcharged, but it's supercharged. I think it's called supercharged. I don't know. All right. Now we should be able to supercharge it. I only kind of find that you kind of have to fly towards the outside from the inside. What if there's like a minimum speed you need to go or something? It should be supercharging at this point, right? But see, this is what it's been doing for me for a few times. Oh, do you need a fuel scoop to overcharge? Maybe you need a scoop. Yeah, you guys are basically telling me I can't do it because I don't have a scoop. So basically, all you've been doing is telling me to damage my FSD. Well, that's fine. All right, let's nav lock on Ragav. Boom. See if we can nav lock drop. Yep, we did. Alright, there you are. But the problem is they ended up 137 kilometers away, still I think it's faster than that. Uh-oh. They were closer. Oh, they're where are they? 50 kilometers away now? Alright, I think I see them. I can slow boat my way from here. At 600 meters per second, it's fast. So again, the way you use this ship is but I need to probably change. Look at the jitter on this weapon. I can't hit anything. You absolutely can't hit anything with it. We'll see how it goes. I might have to use my mines. That's what we got the mines for. The good thing about the mines is Reverb Cascade actually destroys shield generators directly. It's like a very special effect. Yeah, I mean, these things will absolutely murder people once shields drop. And they also do a fair amount of damage, even though they're kinetic. Like, the DPS of this thing is absolutely crazy. Like, let's see if we can. Like 114 should work. These guys are partying without me. Alright gang, I'm back at the party with another round of really dumb weapons. What are you shooting? A chieftain? Alright, let's shoot the chieftain. The thing I miss is you can't really shoot anything at like 6 kilometers like with rails. You need to be within 2 kilometers is the range of Hazardous. They are murderous when you are in range. Boom. Plus if you ram them too, that also helps. Alright. Now, you want to put corrosive on it, and then you use Hazardous after you kind of put corrosive on it. But you need the corrosive effect first. There you go, corrosivized. It doesn't last very long, but when it lasts, you can actually do a pretty fair amount of damage. Ugh. Alright, corrosivized, I think. The problem is you can't hit freaking anything. He's dead. Oh, man. I mean, Hazardous are very strong, but they don't hit anything with inertial impact on them. Like, this is another wanted. Like, here, see, you don't use inertial impact, the corrosive multi-cannon because boom, you want to ram this guy. Like, ramming is very effective. Now you want to use, like, multi-cannons. I think we got corrosive on him. Corrosive gives a flat plus 25 AP to a weapon, which for many weapons, like railguns, is useless, because like 140 plus 25 is like 165, you're already above pretty much anybody else, and it doesn't really matter. But for Hazardous, the difference is 1 to 26. And 1 to 26 is 26 times the damage that Hazardous would normally do. So, different story. His shields are back up, and so we're gonna go back on Hazardous. Problem again is they can't hit freaking anything with these. Even get the corrosive effect on it again. I think we hit him. Yeah, we hit him with corrosive. Hit him again with corrosive, and we got him. Boom. Alright, let's try the mines now. Yeah, I mean, the reality is, inertial impact cytos are really mean weapons. I mean, they're great for speed running when you're, like, standing in front of, like, a stationary target of some kind. Oh, we're engaged already. Alright, mines. Oh, no, this is a DBX. This guy, we're gonna just destroy it with mines. We're not doing mines. Alright, we got him. Cytos now. Let's see if we can actually hit him with cytos, though. Could care less about your chaff, because like these weapons are fixed. Multi-cannons hit. Like, these weapons that have these absolutely crazy jitter really only work against larger ships at really close range, at like 500 meters or so. They don't work against small ships like DBXs or something like that. Corrosivized it. As you can see, they're basically useless weapons. Yeah, cytos with corrosive on, that's the idea. Yeah, but what we got here? Live Mark IV. Live Mark IV is like at the basic, like at the very edge of like what you can use mines for. Like, we might use them because like we're kind of like, where do I have it? They're below me, right? So I have to like pass it underneath me, right? I think I missed. I'm probably gonna hit my wingmates at some point, which is gonna be funny, but I got him, I think. Did I iron him? It doesn't look like he's being ironed, so probably not. I'm also used to passing people above me instead of below me, so that's one thing I kind of need to kind of like getting used to. Come on, I was supposed to hit him there. As you can tell, mines are very difficult weapons to use. They're fun though, when you do hit. Come on, that was supposed to be a hit. Did I iron him? No. They work much better on bigger ships that aren't as agile and can't dodge as this guy is dodging. Did I get him? I don't know if I got him. I think we have to go back to multi-cannons and cytos. Those are mines exploding down there. I think I got him with a corrosive effect. So I can now use my cytos. Got him! Boom! Well, they got him. I have been staring at it. Mines, I think, do have some kind of arming time, but it's comparatively short, I think. Compared to, say, torpedoes that have, I think, a full 2 seconds. I actually don't know what the arming time of mines is. Some people used fixed advanced missile launchers with leading sights to better place their mines. Works like a charm. Well, that's cool. It's a good suggestion. Yeah, one of many things to try. Alright, now we have a clipper. Alright, a clipper we should be able to mine relatively well. Let's see if we are able to do it. No, not so well. Reloading. Woo! Come on, that was really close. That was really meant to be a hit. Reloading. Alright, my buddy's kind of killed its shields already. Did I land a hit? Did I land a single hit with these? Was that a hit? No, that was like exploded but without a hit. They are all kind of close but not quite hits. As you can tell, I suck at shooting mines. Come on. Was that a hit or no? That was just, again, my illusion of hits. The good thing is you have a decent number of mines, so you can consistently not hit people for a long time. That hit. That hit. That was a hit. I think I killed him with a mine. Did I kill him with a mine? Or did I not hit him at all? So I didn't even get a bond because I think I didn't hit him at all. Ah! That's so bad. That is so skill issue, like supreme skill issue. Oh man. Of all the things we've tried, this is, I think, the dumbest so far. We also have night vision on this guy, because like... kinda hard to see. We got the corrosive effect. Gosh, they really don't hit at all, but I mean, that's not too bad. Short range Cytos. Short range Cytos, no. No, thank you. On the initial impact ones, maybe it's somewhat justifiable, but on the regular ones, you shouldn't do that. Yeah, I mean, who would ever use mines? You saw me right now, right? I mean, some people can use them, but you have to be really, really good, I guess. Use short-range Cytos, Raghav? Oh, that's funny. With inertial impact? Oh, man. Wow. That is quite a statement. But see, unlike me, Raghav is actually good, so... He can afford it. Oh, short-range oversized. Well, at least oversized. I have a Python which looks suspicious. No, it's not suspicious, it's a minor. Disregard. As a minor, but as a minor sort of escort as a minor. Although who would go mining in a gunship, I don't know, but somebody mines in a gunship apparently. Up scout. Right. Someone is shooting things. Viper Mark 3. Jules Verne. Alright. We have a Conda. Ooh, Conda. Where's the Conda? That's Raghav. Alright, let's get a Conda. There it is. Alright, I should be able to hit an Anaconda with mines, right? Probably won't, but I should be able to. I hit him, I think. It has a symbol that says something. So... I hit him again. Woo! Yeah, I got him! I can hit a Conda. I can hit a Conda that has no drives. A Conda that can't move. I hit him again. Alright, I can hit a condo with mines. We were certain that. Hey, well, today. Uh-oh. Woo! There's mines everywhere. I gotta be careful not to hit my own mines. I think I might be hitting my buddies at this point. I hit him! I hit him! Woo! Yay! Way to go! Now he's standing still, so mines will hit now. Alright. Alright, that was some good bombing. Sorry, Raga. I apologize. I knew it was gonna happen. Somebody was gonna get ironed. Yeah, we did flechettes before this, but this sucks, so probably going back to flechettes after this. After we're out of mines here, because like this is just... Mines just suck against anything but condas, I guess. Let's see if I can iron him again. Did I iron him? I got him, I got him, I got him, ironed. Conda's been ironed. Alright, bombing run, mining run, boom! Yes! Killed the condo with mines! I think, or not. No, oh yes, there we go, dead. We did something with mines. What is that? Something else is shooting me, or someone. What is that? Something smaller though. Assault ship. Well, not that small, so maybe we can mine you too. See if we can mine you. Mines are reloading. Bonk. That was a close, but not quite a hit with the mines. These mines are not gonna hit. These might hit. I think I might have mined some. I might have mined Blake. I think I mined Blake. No, he's good. Alright. I probably got more hits on my wing than I have on hostiles with these mines. Ah! Oh man. Someone else is shooting me. I hit something with a mine, but I'm not sure what. Alright, basically the party line is the only thing you can hit with mines, or I can hit with mines, is anacondas. To watch my shields because I'm taking fire from Micah. Right, my wing killed it. I might not even get. Oh, I get the bond. I might get one lucky hit in, I guess. That is a clean. Sorry, Raga. I'll switch after this NPC. Yeah, also I think the chances I'm gonna kind of iron a Viper Mark III are 1 in 50. Although that guy did go straight for my mine, so I almost kind of did. Ooh, something exploded. Did I get the guy? No. Sorry, I keep hitting my friends. Yeah, mostly wing mates and friends. Yeah, you're right. I think we should switch back to Sidos because like this is silly trying to hit a Viper with mines. Got him! I got him! I ironed him! I ironed him! I can't believe it. This was like such a lucky shot. See, that's the thing. When they do work, they are murderous. I think I might have Iron Blade too now. Yeah, I Iron Blade. I think I got you, Iron. Sorry, man. Yes! Ironed! Ironed! That did a ton of damage, by the way. How is it not? Oh, I reverbed him, not ironed him. Sorry. Oops, sorry. He's basically dead. Boom. Alright, I think we're going back to flechettes because these weapons suck. Alright. Mechan is R&R. Whoa, I had Navlock on. I did disengage Navlock on Ragraf. Yeah, killing a teammate and getting a bounty would definitely be a silly thing. See, Andre, that's a good question. The reality is, I know so little about mines. I never really used them. I suck at using them, as like this stream kind of demonstrated. But flechettes and rails, those I don't suck at using. So that was a better show for those who were here a little earlier. And we're gonna go back to that because like inertial impact and corrosive is a cool concept, but doesn't work there well. Oh, what did you use flechettes, Sinai? Like, because I think my experience is, I mean, they do quite a bit of damage, but I mean, still, you gotta land a lot of shots, like, to disable someone with flechettes. Hey Billy, welcome to the stream. Like Hans, welcome. We're doing various shenanigans. PA voucher. Sure. Let's go with a PA voucher, Raghav. Why not? I mean, what is the silliest voucher? What is the silliest voucher? Probably it's like a cannon voucher, I guess. Like, I think if you have Concorde cannons come in large. Do you have large Concorde cannons? Can you put that on a voucher? Is that a thing? Alright. I mean, if you have Concords, try them on the vulture, right? Since we're doing silly things, sounds pretty silly to use Concorde cannons on a vulture in my book. Alright, so no Concorde cannons. Then, I mean, PAs, the problem is PAs are pretty good weapons, and you know how to use them pretty well. So, I mean, you can put on a vulture and it'll still be funny, but since we're doing funny weapons, I think you should try something more funny. Like, I don't know. What are large funny weapons? Let's go back to the flechettes here. I should do the store module because it's faster. 1, 2, 3, 4. In you go. Torpedoes. The problem with torpedoes, it's a once and done kind of thing, you know. So you fire torpedoes off and then you're done. You have to go back and rearm. So it doesn't make for kind of really engaging gameplay. It makes for, I don't know, some shenanigans. But I don't know how many of you guys kind of watched on Saturday. I think one of my most favorite moments when a Panther Clipper showed up and fired torpedoes at me from like 6 kilometers away. I thought it was so funny. Like, chance to hit 0.001%. Like, I gotta remember to put, it's a good question. Do I have shock cannons? Yes, I have shock cannons, but I don't think I've engineered them. Like, what are shock cannons good for? I don't even know. What are shock cannons? They're a variant of Elite Dangerous shock cannons. No, these are not power play modules. They are tech broker modules. I don't think I've unlocked them. Fast moving, energized, dealing kinetic damage on impact. I kind of want to try these. I don't have them, but like next time, shock cannons. They're in between cannons and multi-cannons. I've never used shock cannons. All right. Just doing small rails here, right? Yeah. I remember they put some fuel on. In terms of large weapons, Raghav, it's a good question. What are some good weapons? Let's see what I have stored elsewhere. So do pulse disruptors work against NPCs? Maybe they do, right? I don't know that they really do much in terms of disabling a random module, so. Retrievers like increase heat, but they kind of don't do very much after they nerfed the heat increase. What else we got? We got pack hounds. We could do a pack hound madness bonanza crazy pack hound instance. That'd be for sure value for sure. But not with a voucher. That's not all. Yeah, it would be like a number of all pack hounds T10C, like just obliterate something with pack hounds. I mean, mining lances are a complete meme weapon, so at some point doing something with mining lances could be a thing. Yeah, but how much ammunition do pack hounds have? Because, like, I think they don't have really a lot of ammunition. Let's see. Pack hounds have 120 total ammo. 132 if you include the initial clip. Yeah, they run out really fast. I mean, there's some mean value again in going with hounds, but certainly not in a vulture anyway. Do you have large, old Guardian plasma chargers, Raghav? That could be a dual vulture silly build if you have large plasma chargers. And not, I mean, of all the dumb things we could do, probably far from the worst. Because old plasma, no, not mod plasma, old plasma. Old large plasma. Old large plasma. Mod plasma's very good. Old large, not so good. You know, I've never even unlocked turreted plasma chargers because they are that bad. They suck that much that I never bothered doing that. Where's my fuel tank? Fuel tanks. There we go. Alright, so we got fuel, we got all the stuff we need, so we're back to flechettes. I actually had a lot of fun with flechettes, so let's do some more flechettes. Raghav is saying Guardian Tech Broker. Like, I mean, it's up to you. Like, again, we're being silly and having fun, so if you want to go grab them, go grab them. I think the Vulture has two weapons which are uniquely fun on the Vulture because it's like freaking flying shotgun of some kind or another. Large old shards and large old plasma. Like, large old plasma on, like, you know, on a Vulture. It's like a flying freaking ball of plasma. It's like, it's actually pretty hard to hit something with the old plasma. But if you hit it, it kind of hurts. Alright, so did we refuel? We have fuel. Yeah, we got full tank. Let's reset our fire group. Railguns are set. Disable this stuff. Everything else looks good. I think this is good. Alright, cool. Let's get out of here. I have to say, again, I came into this thinking, you know, all of these weapons are silly. It's gonna be like just a nonsensical exercise, like where we just kind of like don't do any damage and just suck for a while. But this build, like with 3 flechettes and 2 plasma-slug rails, actually works pretty decently, I have to say. Oh, you got the turreted ones too? I don't know if I would want to use it. I think there was somebody telling me that. First of all, as I mentioned, it's the only thing like I don't have unlocked in this game. There's like 2 things that I don't have unlocked in this game. Number 1, turreted plasma weapons. Number 2, meta alloys hard reinforcement packages. Because in my mind, none have any kind of use whatsoever. So I decided not to waste mats on unlocks that I kind of knew I would never, ever use. Also, I've never used a heatsink on this thing either, so I probably should put another booster or something, but yeah, not that it matters. But somebody was telling me that turreted Guardian weapons don't actually really work, or don't properly work, like that you need someone in multi-crew to make them actually work as turrets. Or they otherwise have some kind of limited range of like 500 meters or something silly in order for them to work. But anyway, a Vulture certainly doesn't need turrets. The Vulture is a freaking flying turret, so if you need turrets on a Vulture, you need to rethink your life choices, man. Raghav does not need turrets on a Vulture, I can tell you that. Like, you're flying a Python Mark II. What you got in that Python Mark II? Oh, that's a freaking murder machine you got there. Amazingly good. Amazingly good. What do you put in the mediums? Nice. So those look pretty remarkable, but then I kind of realized that they only reboot people's drives for like 3 seconds, unlike the Grom that fixed Groms that reboot drives for up to 18 seconds. And so at first I was like, these are dangerous, and then I'm like, no, these suck. Alright, I am back in the Hazardous. Alright, Raghav is coming back with his vulture, with his plasma ball vulture. Alright, and Inkblot is wanted and coming to say hello, so let's dance. I want to check his shield generator. Look, his driver is almost dead already. Where's his shield generation? There it is. Too early. Too late. Ooh, ouch. I think I rammed his shield down unintentionally. I was staring at like where I was shooting the half of his weapons are dead though. So there's that. His plant is doing just fine though. Let's see if we can snipe it down. Oh, Raga is coming with his plasmas. Whoa! You almost hit me in the face. Careful with that thing. Oh, that's so funny. Man. Those plasmas are something. Or something else. Oh man. Dead. Alright. Let's find something else. I think these are hostiles. There's an Imperial Eagle. Yeah, and a wing of 2. Boom. Nice hit. Yes. See, these guys are really hard to hit with flechettes. I think I hit them though. Nice shot, man. Good shot. Alright. Is that a clipper? Ooh, clippers are nice. Boosted away. That's gonna miss. We got company. That was a hit. Too late. Still, I think sort of hit. Miss. Got him. Alright, let's see if we can plant him. Plant is fully healthy. Those did not penetrate. Those did not hit. None of those are penetrating. That did finally penetrate. This is someone who's been shooting gauss for a while. This is this is flechettes. This is not flak. So this is effective only against normal ships, not the swarm. It's a miss. Oh, shields are back on. Boom. Got him. Now I should be able to even maybe... Well, now his shields are down, so forget it. You just kill him. I think we got him. Boom. Boom! There's a wanted vulture. Vulture on vulture, Ragav. Vulture on vulture. I really need to put night vision on because I can't see a freaking thing down here. Oh, so much better. Boom, too early. Oh, he's got point defense. Point defense actually counters these pretty well. But if you're like jousting like this, you can still hit a few. You have to be close though. Got him. And he's down. Let's see if we can plant him again. I doubt we'll be able to plant a vulture, but we can try. Ooh, nice hit on the plant. Miss. Ooh, that was bad. That was not so bad. We need more pips and weapon. I got his plant to 0. Now any hit can kill him at this point. Any penetrating hit on the plant can kill him. It's dead anyway. Boom. Look at those charges, man. Yeah, it's hard to gather stuff using Olympic controllers right now. Shard Cobra. Shard Cobra is fun. I mean, the Cobra is one of the most fun ships in the game, in my mind. See if I can do we got company. Those are miners. Say hello to Ragav. Oh, that was not what I wanted to do. Sorry, man. You kind of broke at the last minute and... Ouch. Oh, we got company again. Let's take it down. Ooh, gunship, gunship. I love gunships because they're so freaking slow. They are the slowest ship in the game. Which makes it ideal for flechettes firing. But it has point defense, so it's not so ideal. I did land a hit though. 10% hull is not too bad. Wow, 6% hull with two with like. It will help. Or I gotta take. Oh, never mind. He helped himself. Killed him. We killed him. Boom. See what we got. There's an asp, which is clean. Never mind. Where are all the wanted anacondas when you're looking for them? I'm telling you, man. Like, large PCs hit like a freaking truck, and the vulture flies amazing with those two. Like... Conda. Alright, where is it? Where is it? Conda, Conda. Oh, I see it. On your target. All yours. So this, we're gonna pre-target the power plant, if we can. There it is. Gonna go after it. Alright, let's hit it. At this range, we have to use, like, rails because we're not hitting flechettes. But once we get close, like here, for example... he has PD. But he is too slow for PD to reliably work. I think. Boom. Well, never mind. PD is working just fine. I'll help Raghav see if we can beat that bank. I think I got these to kind of bounce off of him. Ooh, nice hit there. Alright, let's plant him. Alright, now we're gonna see if we stabilize a bit, not hit an asteroid going backwards, and hit that plant. Blake is back. Hey, Blake! Ooh, ouch. Did I just say not hit an asteroid going backwards? That was what I did not want to do. Yes. Let's put some more energy in all the stuff that we need. The good thing is I fixed my aim finally, which I really wanted to do. Plant at 0. See if we can kill it. See if we can plant it. I think we killed him. Yep, planted. Woo! Planted a conda. So even too small. There's a gunship called Shadow, which I think it looks suspicious going after a trader. Yep, Shadow, Shadow. You'll pick my bones clean, really. It's coming at me, so I think I can shoot flechettes at this one. I missed, though. This I did not miss. Neither did I miss these. At this range, I don't miss, period. Too much damage, yeah, buddy. Can't see, I think he's behind an asteroid. Still behind roids. Good cover. Not so good cover. Ooh, shields are back up. That's what we got flechettes for. Flechette time. Boom. PD'd. That was a good hit, Raghav. 2 good hits. Boom, it's down. I don't think the XSF would really gank anybody, so that is not in our DNA. We've all been talking PvP recently. Have you considered running some drills with members of XSF or XI and help people get a feel for being ganked? I don't think we want to people get a feel for being ganked. I'm happy to help them sort of learn some techniques to kind of get away, which is what we put the latest video out for. But again, there's an FAS wink, there's an FAS bend nugget on 10 clicks away. See if there's anything else that's kind of worth shooting, but I don't think so. No. Yeah, let's go for the FAS. Engaging now. His shields are so weak. It's banking, but we did not beat the bank. I was gonna say we beat the bank, but I was wrong. Well, we beat the second bank. Again, these need to penetrate to hit that plant, but when they do penetrate, they do a lot of module damage. And this is where I'm saying that I'm not sure that Super Penetrator is better, but I may be wrong, and I'm truly not knowing what I'm talking about, so... Alright. Plant 0. Let's see if we can plant him from this range. Boom. Planted. Some weapon fire going on down there. The courier, there's a wanted courier, Neoxy. If we have a better target, we should go after a better target. I don't see anything though. See a bunch of mines. Yeah, let's go for Neoxy. My aim has returned. I am so happy. Boom. That was fast. Where are you guys shooting? There's a Federal assault ship dealing can't. Shields down. Now hitting the plant from in front of it is a bit tricky. Possible, I think, with rails, but tricky. There you go, good hit on the plant. Good hit on the plant. It's dead. Boom. He was getting planted soon, but dead. There's a flapper girl, incoming vulture. Wanted vulture. Flapper girl. That's funny. The immortal SLF. Are you sure it's from the Conda? It's like a hostile SLF? Flapper girl is taking a beating. You know, I don't think I see it, finally. Yeah, baby. What would you guess a next generation large multi-role ship? Anaconda Mark II, how about large combat, new design? That's a good question. I think having a large combat ship which is not like as slow as the vet would be pretty amazing, I have to say. Which one would it be? Heck if I know. Like, I mean, the Griffin I think is often candidate for like multi-role ship. So the Griffin Mark II would make sense, but I think Hulu is right. Core Dynamics' new ship is overdue and people are kind of like screaming for one. So I think we're going to see one of those eventually, if not soon. Blake just unloaded in the face of this gunship and kind of completely destroyed it in like 2 seconds. Oh. Okay, you should get some shields back. Whenever I look at Raga anywhere, his shields are always like somehow between 30% and 50%. I don't know why. Probably because he's doing interesting things. Oh, yeah. You know, I don't actually see an SLF on your tail. Otherwise, I'd get rid of it for you. But I swear to God, like, it must is. Let me see if I'm coming towards you and see if I can. My scanner can resolve it. But like, I swear to God, like, there's something here, but nope, I don't see an SLF. I see you shooting at things, but not. I don't see anything really. Oh, cool. Zombie SLF is down. Alright, let's see what we got here. We got Peaceful Scout. Flat 9s are rarely wanted. Keelbacks are very rarely wanted. There's a Sidewinder. Clean. Miners are clean. Somebody's getting shot at, so somebody's not clean. See you shooting somebody. Oh, I see you guys shooting that courier. Ooh, good hit. That was some. That looked like it hurt. Boom. Man, those plasma charges are something. The good thing about PCs is they got ammo for ages. Like, one of the good things about them is also they do a ton of damage. That's the other thing. Don't have any hostiles on the screen. Scanners are clear. It's an eagle. It's clean too. I see someone's purple, so let's go after the purple. Boom. Yeah, baby. Down you go. Right, guys, friendlies are all friendly, clean. That one's friendly. Lots of people, but they're all legit. Oh, Conda on screen. Tarod. Yep, one to Conda. Engaging. Plenty of point defense. Low on flechette ammo, but if we don't use it on Conda, I don't know what we use it on. SPDs do you have there? Alright, let's plant this guy now. Anaconda power plants tend to have quite a bit of health, but railguns tend to do quite a lot of damage. So there's that. Planted, I mean 0%. Now I should die any moment. Got planted at 2%, I think. Boom, yep. There you go. Oh yeah, the Cobra Mk5. I mean, I think they originally said it was going to be a medium, and honestly, it fights like a medium. No, that makes kind of, you know, who cares if it's a medium or a small, but... Boom. These are friendlies. Friendly wing, or is it? Alright, Raga, thanks for joining. There's a wing of 3. Alright, let's take these down. I'm almost out of flechette ammo, so I'm just rails now at this point. Hostiles detected. Really? Who would have said? I'm out of flechettes. But not out of fuel for my slugs. Oh, the shield came back online. Good thing is, it doesn't matter. Boom, I think you got him. I think that one's down. Why, hello there. Missed. Not missed. Too far. Shield down. Almost use up half of my fuel, actually. That Cobra Mk5's tank is small, even with the additional fuel. These things burn through a lot of fuel. Oh, Blake, I think, rammed him. Boom, we got him. Alright, let's get this one, and then I think we can call it. Hey, Barrow, thanks. Great to have you too. Shield down. I think he's down. He is down. Boom. Woo! Alright. Well, Raga left. Blake, pleasure to fly with you. That was a lot of fun. Definitely unconventional of weapon pattern choice. Thanks for coming out. It was great to fly with you. Flight disabled, like. All right. Uh-oh. Oh, wow. I actually didn't see it. I was in the asteroid field. All right. Well, we have a cooldown to burn anyway. Might as well go on the other side. Yeah, I mean, the Cobra Mk5 really likes shards because of a small distributor. Like, the Cobra Mk5 with shards stinks really hard. I can't remember what I used. I think, did I go 3 medium mod shards? That might be what I used. And 2 gimbal thermal vent beams. I think, or it was either that or it was 2 medium mod shards and flak. Plus, I think it's small mod shots kind of suck. So. I don't know how you feel, but I feel Super Cruise Overcharge is the best thing that was added to a game. Oh yeah, it's such a blessing. I mean, you can use 3 medium, 1 small shard, but yeah, the 1 small shard hardly does anything. Other than put even more strain on your small distributor for little damage, so I'm not sure that's really optimal. I think 3 medium shards is better, in my book, considering damage distro considerations. But I've fought some with Cobra Mk5 and AX, but not as much as many other ships. So my experience is somewhat limited. I should make bug smashers videos for the Corsair though at some point. It wasn't a pile and so much other stuff got in the way, so it never happened. But at some point it'll happen. It's nice to fly such a cool, fun to fly ship. So agile, so maneuverable. Crazy. Bonk. There we go. And we made, I think, some decent bounties. I mean, nothing compared to AX, but still. Not a bad amount. Oh. Never mind. I'll take that back. We made a silly amount of bounties. Yeah, me too. It's like I had 9 million. Some other 11 without the carrier tax on it. Alright folks, thanks for following along. Do you still roll for breach chance or full damage or breach damage applied to her heart? Dinesh is asking. Hearts are considered external modules, so you don't need to roll breach. It automatically breaches if you hit the heart. so you don't need to roll penetration. Well, thank you, Billy. I've been starting to work with an editor. The thing is, I really don't make a lot of money as a content creator for a little channel that's like focused on a 10-year-old video game. So I feel I also don't have the ability to compensate editors fairly for their time. And as a result, I am very careful about what I ask people to do, because I know that people gotta eat and there's not a lot of money in this channel. Like, there's a lot of passion, there's a lot of energy, there's a lot of good feelings, but money, not so much. And that's okay, because it's a passion project and a hobby, so it doesn't have to be. But it's hard to sort of like really entertain this sort of concept of having a full-time or serious editor at any stage. Unless you live in a really, really low cost of living location where it wouldn't matter. But if you're in a Western country, I don't think I would be able to pay you very candidly. So, cartographic data is good. I try to make sense of like what we learned today, which is, flechettes don't suck. Or at least nowhere nearly as much as people kind of think they suck. Bar and Farsi, please read my last comment. I am reading your last comment. There's one other. Watch your last stream. I really enjoyed it. I wish do more events like this, but how did you manage to collect 722 billion bounties at all? Please tell me. I mean, if you watch some of the videos from last week, they kind of tell the story of more or less what happened there. So what happened is, I learned about a gimmick, or at least what I initially felt was a gimmick, which is what the community knows as the funny how concept, which is a bug, whereas after you pass 70% resistance in a given category, let's say thermal, if you stack negative resistances on top, which you would imagine takes the resistance down, instead, because of how the math works, increases the resistance. So there's a bug in the math of resistance stacking that results in negative resistances applied to over 70% base resistances, increasing the resistance further instead of taking it down. And this, I thought, was an interesting gimmick like people could play with, like many other things, like the teleportation fast travel thing, like the frames per second acceleration of autoloader experimental, and some of the things that I've been talking about the last month or so. But what I realized quickly, in like 24 hours, after a whole army came out to speak about that thing, is that, for one, what I had just learned about was known in the community and had been known in the community for like 5 years. And what everybody explained to me was that, by the way, it wasn't really even a viable PvP or anything build. It was only used to gank people in stations, while tanking the super strong lasers off stations for a crazy long period of time, like for even above a minute. So people would build anacondas that had 96% or 90%, depending on the build, thermal resistance. They would go into stations and they would fire at commanders in community goal stations or the like with force shell cannons and stuff like that, which would knock them around the station and prevent them from escaping, while tanking the station lasers for a very long sustained period of time. Personally, I consider that to be you exploiting a bug to grief players, and so I spoke up against that and I said, we got to get this fixed. And in 24 hours, you guys, as in the community, came through and got the issue tracker from 5 years ago, which hadn't moved from the bottom level of the sort of issue tracker voting, and you voted it up to the moon, it is now the 5th most voted issue in the entire issue tracker of Elite Dangerous. This pissed off a lot of people who actively wanted the funny build to stay in the game, either because they use it for ganking or because they've made ships that use this principle and they are arguing hull tanks aren't viable anyway, so don't have this taken away because it's the only mechanism for which hull tanks are even somewhat viable. Which is a fair argument, I will say, of all things considered. But honestly, after everybody explained to me that it isn't even really viable and all this is used is for station ganking, which in my mind is exploiting a bug to grief players, I am honestly glad we got that voted up. Whether it's going to be fixed or not, it's entirely up to FDev. But at the very least, players spoke up and said, this is a griefing exploit that needs to be fixed. Thank you very much, Radioactive, for your support. By the way, I really appreciate it. So this resulted in an initial bounty, which initially was 7 billion credits. It was 7 billion credits from the entire community that basically came together, and there were a bunch of contributions, and some were as tiny as like 50 million credits. And so I said, well, okay, you got your bounties, and you love trolling as a community, I'm told, or I understand. So you know what? Why don't we do some trolling too? And I put out a video, which I'm going to link in the comments here, because I think it's something you need to see for yourself, and explaining it doesn't do it justice. So this is the video I put out, where basically I do two things. Number one, I asked the ganking community, why are you so poor? Making fun of the small bounty contributions that some people had made. And then I suggest creating an Adopt a Ganker program. And then I go on and saying that they're the biggest clients of the hull seals because they don't have money to pay for fuel. And so they're calling the hull seals because they can't pay for fuel in stations. I mean, I just basically go on and on for like 5 minutes trolling them about how poor they are. But on the flip side of that, I then don't just do the trolling. I say, okay, I'm trolling you, but I'm going to give you a fair fight if you want it, since you put this bounty on me. And I announced the event from last Saturday saying, all right, I'm trolling you, and I'm also going to give you a fair shot at having a serious bounty hunt in the Pleiades. Unsurprisingly, that has resulted my bounty in going from 7 billion to 72 billion. So that's how my bounty got to that point. But we had a great time. I think most everybody had a great time on Saturday. It was a fair whole, we set the trolling aside. We had a sportsman-like, fun, wholesome event where we had a bit of a unique experience hunting a group of people down in the Pleiades for 2 hours of a cat and mouse game. According to a set specific set of rules. I was only going to stay within 10 systems, and I was going to spend as much time in super cruise as possible. I was not going to go to orbital cruise, and I was actively going to be there to be pulled, essentially. And the rest is history. I mean, I survived for 2 hours, and then after 2 hours, which was the time for the stream, I decided to commit to a final battle, and there were 3 instances at the Asterope nav beacon. 2 were hostiles, and 1 was a group of friendlies. So I had like 1 out of 3 chances of ending up in a group of friendlies versus a group of hostiles. And I rolled the dice, and critical failure. I ended up in the BSEC wing, and I lasted maybe a minute or 30 seconds or 10 seconds. I don't know. I didn't last very long. It was like 19 versus 1. It was a quick end to the stream. And Commander Ploto was the one that kind of got the kill, which he totally deserved, and he got his bounty, which he totally earned. And we, I think, all were happy and had a great time and celebrated the event. At least that's how personally I feel about it. Thank you guys. Yeah, I mean, dealing absolute damage in terms of station weapons, that would be a good thing. Like, yeah, he got paid. He did. I saw the things where he was getting paid. Yeah, he did get paid. The actual payout was lower than 72 because 72 included conditional bounties based on what people did and how they did it. So the final payout was around 60 billion. But still, I mean, it's 60 billion. It's a fair bounty. It's a fair bounty. Yeah, we had a good time. Talking about editors, I'm working with an editor to make stream highlights of that one because, I don't know, it was a fun experience. So I think it's worthwhile to make stream highlights. And it's a bit of a commitment to watch a 2-hour stream VOD. I don't know. I think people are telling me they still enjoy it because like it was intense. It was 2 hours of like, you know, if any of you here saw it, but like it was 2 hours of like nonstop kind of jumping, fighting, repairing, being pulled, can't repair, try again, wingmates coming in, engaged, get 1 kill, run out. It was yeah, a chase around asteroids. I did think about that one. The problem with asteroids is asteroids come with mass lock. So if you fight in asteroids, you can't jump out. You need to first get away from the asteroids, and then at that point, you're able to jump out. And if someone ion mines you, or like otherwise gets a chance to kind of kill thrusters, or otherwise gets you to kind of not be able to move very much, you're dead in the water in the middle of asteroids. You can't get out. Not to mention the accidents that can happen by accidentally hitting asteroids, which can, again, spell doom. So I decided not to go in asteroids for that reason. But in terms of, like, again, the cinematic aspect of it, for sure. Like, roid fights or rock fights are truly spectacular and definitely one of the most beautiful settings for combat in Elite Dangerous. So, big fan. So that's a story, really, of, you know, what it came out to be. Thank you for watching, guys. Thanks for flying the stream tonight as well. And glory to Mechan. Commander Mechan, over and out.